2:08.417, fastest lap so far in the singles class in qualifying trim. Here comes group number 2. The 49, the California kid, Chad Cason is out there. 51 is Zabala. 82, Travis Pett in the 4th. 52, Shayna Texter-Bauman. 24 is Hunter Bauer. 38, Tanner Dean. 26, Aiden Roos-Evans. 55, Tyler Raggio. 63, Jared Lowe. 75, Taryn Santero. Landon Smith's on the 117. 132 is Bronson Pierce. I talked about him a little bit ago, but it's worth mentioning again. He's racing over in Europe in the Supermoto, the World Supermoto Series. He's going to race with us about 5 times this season. I think a good supermoto racer would make a good flat tracker, especially on a TT course like we have here. You see a lot of rubber going down. On supermoto, they race on pavement and on dirt. They have jumps or obstacles like we have here at the TTs. Chad Cason out in front. On the racetrack, that is, not on the leaderboard. Last time we were here back in 2019, Chad Cason finished 6th. And I talked to him earlier today. He said, I used to be one of those TT specialists, but not so much is more. All right, so we're talking about Chad Cason out there on the 49, the California kid. And Kristen, you were talking to Chad earlier today, too.
Out in Sonoya, and one thing that we kind of talked about was he had been with this First Impressions race team for half of the season last year. This is his first full season race team, and there were a lot of questions regarding why he moved from the production twins class back to the singles class. But for Chad Cason, he wants to win a championship. He wants to contend for a championship. Now, we haven't seen him in championship contention form yet this season, but here at the Super TT, don't count him out. He has a road racing background, and he has a chip on his shoulder. And Scotty, sometimes that motivates riders more than anything else.
Yeah, I agree, Kristen. You know, a chip on his shoulder, if somebody's counting you out or not counting you into the conversation, it kind of puts a little fuel in the fire right there to try to get him to ride a little bit harder. He's currently sitting 13th in the point standings on that 49. First Impressions Husqvarna, and that's a big move for that team to switch from Hondas to Husqvarnas, and Chad's doing what he can to prove that the Husqvarnas are good. His teammates doing a good job as well. You know, got up there, raced to the podium last week. There's the 49. Chad Cason is right there, that Husqvarna. He's currently 11th right now with a 2:08.982. His teammate James Ott right behind him in 12th. James Ott was in that first group. He's currently 5th in the point standings. And the team owner actually used to be a pro motocrosser, so a little more incentive as the red flag is out. You have a red flag out, and there's red wheel and lights on all the way around the racetrack. From our point of view, can't see what's going on. I believe it's Tanner Dean. There goes the 38 motorcycle being pushed off, and there's Tanner. You can see the airbag suit is blown up. The shield has came off of his helmet, and he's trying to gather himself right now. He's got his Lanes World sticker on his helmet. I think they said he's looking to see if he can figure out what's going on, where he's at. Maybe he's trying to figure out our audio issues down there. I don't know, but that's the Dean machine, Tanner Dean. Rides for the Waters Auto Body KTM team. So they did take the white flag on that session, so that session is now over as the red flag came out. That was group number 2 here of our Parts Limited AFT singles. Again, 3 groups. And again, it's qualifying time, so again, the times are very important. Every time you go out there, the fastest 32 will move on to tonight's heat races, or later today's heat races. We're not racing at night out here. There's no lights this year. Tanner Dean talking it over with our trained trauma medic that goes to all the races. That's the gentleman on the left. And the airbag suit obviously has deployed. That's why he had that unzipped immediately. It's like feeling like it's all squished in on you. So unzip it, get some fresh air. It is warm out there. Hope the people that are here are drinking plenty of fluids. Stay hydrated. He'll sneak up on you. So Tanner Dean's going to get a ride back to the pits. Hopefully he'll be all right. He is currently 16th, so that's good enough to make it into the program. So hopefully he'll be all right as we take a look at some of the people in the crowd. I can see Graham down there in the bottom right by that mission flag. My grandmother is here. good to see her out here at the racetrack. This is qualifying for the singles class. 3 groups. Up next is group number 3. Ray Handy will lead him out on the 174. Hyatt will be on the 275. Scooter Vernon on the 274. Cole Fredrickson is on the 151. Ash is on the 140. It's his first pro race. 233 is Spurgeon. 106 Reese Podorf. 216 Declan Bender. 53 is Blaine Stockmagner. He hit the dirt earlier today in that first round. Hayden Gillum, the road racer and TT specialist, will be out there on a KTM number 169. Olin Kistler's on the 155 and Jacob Cassio on that 121. Some of these riders don't have any points with us so far. So we'll see how these rookies do here in their 2023 AFT season. There's a look at the stands. Again, they're just starting to fill up just a little bit as we opened up the gates just a little while ago. It's the ZOCBD Arizona Super TT, sponsored by Ride Now Power Sports. So another